Hi. I want to say that this is the this is this is the day we need to set our clocks and hour ahead and just make. So I want to make sure that when you're waking up, that your clocks is already set ahead an hour. So you, well well last night was supposed. I mean, you're supposed to set the clocks ahead an hour, so I want to make sure everyone gets up in time for like church or whatever whatever you need to do today. So there's a bit of scripture that get, that gets taken out of context and used to mean something that it really isn't supposed to mean. Saying, in Galatians 6:7, the first part of that verse is basically, be not deceived, God is not mocked. It's like people saying that saying that you can't mock God, and you can't. It's like. However, I think people are ripping that verse out of context because they want to make a point. And it's like, like you can't blaspheme God. You can't. You can't do things that are mocking God's character or nature or something like that. But let, let me read the verse in its context and the surrounding verses. And go. I'm going to start with Galatians 6 verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in fault, you which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. Bear you one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. For if man thinks himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teaches in all good things. Now here's the verse. Excuse me. Be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever man sows, that shall he also reap. For he that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that sows to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them that are of the household of faith. Now, the following verse from Galatians 6:7, we basically see that it's talking that the Galatians 6:7 is talking about that you can't make a fool out of God. That he sees what you're doing, and that what have you so is what you will reap from, and just that if you sow to the flesh, you'll from the flesh reap corruption, and it's basically talking about destruction, misery. The consequences of sowing to the flesh, and it's like we do things that are like in the flesh, just basically behave in a way that like we commit adultery, fornication. We have fights with one another. parties and committing abominations and such like that. It's like and this is contrasted with sowing to the Spirit, which Paul the Apostle says that from the Spirit we will reap everlasting life. That is basically I'm talking about how, I mean, acting in accordance with the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, goodness, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, patience, and self-control. And those that walk in the flesh have crucified flesh with its passions and its desires. So, if we live by the Spirit, we should walk in the Spirit. It's one of those verses we really need to watch out for. Is that be careful not to misuse what Paul is saying in that verse, Galatians 6:7. Because God's basically, God's basically saying this to believers, that we can't outsmart God. We can't make a fool out of God, and God's going to see through all our actions, and He's going to judge us according to our works. And that if we build upon the foundation of Jesus Christ with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, or stubble, our works are going to be tried by fire on the day of judgment to see what sort of work it is, and if that work endures, then we will receive a reward. If that work burns up, then we will suffer loss, but we will still be saved, yet so as through fire. It's like and of course, and this is to make sure that we know what we should build our foundation upon, because there's no other foundation that we can build our faith upon except that which is already laid, which is Jesus Christ, as Paul said to the Corinthians in his first letter to them. And of course he says in another letter that God's going to judge us and see what kind of works we did, whether they're good or bad. Well, we can't mock God, but we gotta make sure we know what not mocking God really means, and we gotta make sure we take everything that we read into context of the surrounding verses, because there are very few verses that have standalone truths to them in Scripture. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share with you in this video, so have a good day, and may God bless you.